What is up, guys? It is your boy Steady Chaos. So I wanted to talk really quick about the new firmware update that's come out for the 2020 line of OLED TVs. So I'm using the 55-inch C10. So there's not a lot of information out there about this new firmware update. It kind of caught us off guard. So it came out a few days ago, and depending on the region and the world that you're in, you may have gotten it automatically through your TV. But for me, in North America, I have not gotten it automatically through my TV. So what I had to do was go to lg.com/US. You see it up here, if I can get my pointer to work, lg.com/US/support. So that's where I went. So the title of the firmware update is, if you go to support on your television using your remote, you go to software update, you'll see I have it installed 03.21.21. And like I said, I installed this manually because I did not automatically get it through the airwaves to my television. So again, lg.com/US/support. What you want to do is you want to type in your model number right here. So to find your model number, you take your remote and you spam the mute button, and then it pops up. So you see here OLED 55 C10 PUA. You know, you might have the G10, you might have the B10, what have you, but I have the C10. So OLED 55 C10 PUA. I just click on the first one, whatever. There's no difference as far as I can tell. Click on the first one, and then you scroll down here and you'll see software and drivers. This is where you want to be. So software, if you're not sure how to manually update your television software, I've talked about this in numerous previous videos, but I'll do it again really quick for somebody who has missed my previous videos. So if you don't want to take my directions, and what you can do is you can download this PDF right here, and it is comprehensive step-by-step directions from LG on how to manually update your software. You see that there are, page by page directions right here. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, and so on. So if you want to follow those directions, by all means, go for it. But this is really a simple process. So I'll just run you through really quick how to do it. This is the zip file that you want, 03.21.21 software. You download the zip. It's roughly 1.1 gigabytes in size, so pretty hefty. I download it right to my desktop. Here it is. You want to right click, extract all, replace the file. So while this is extracting, what you'll need is just a regular USB 2.0 stick. I generally recommend USB 2.0 sticks because they're more compatible with more devices. So my USB 2.0 stick is plugged in. So just quickly go to File Explorer. You'll see it's right here, USB drive F. What you want to do is right click, format, and what works for me is to format in the file system NTFS. So you would select NTFS and you would hit start. Just a cautionary note that when you format your USB stick, all information on it will be wiped clean or erased. So keep that in mind. So formatting it probably only takes like 10 seconds to format. So once that's done, here is your extracted 03.21.21 file. So it's an EPK file. So all you need to do is open up your USB 2.0 drive that you just formatted. You want to right click, create a new folder right here, and name it LG_DTV. And then take your EPK file that you extracted and just drag it right into that folder. And it should look just like this, the EPK file inside the LG_DTV folder. And then you're all done as far as transferring. So what you need to do is just, on that USB drive, eject, pull it out, stick it into the side of your television, and your television will automatically say that it has detected new software for download. Hit yes, let it go through the process. It only takes probably 2 or 3 minutes to update your software. The TV will restart itself, or it will ask you if you want to restart to finish the update. Select yes, and you're good to go. That's it, you're updated. You'll have 03.21.21. Now, the thing about this new update is there are some people online that are saying that it fixed their VRR flashing issues or VRR flicker issues. That's really the last thing left for the C10 line to be the perfect television for gaming, or the C1 or G10, G1, what have you, is if LG could find a way to fix the VRR strobing or flashing when you're playing a game that has frame rates that are variable all over the place. They've fixed some of that black level rays, when using VRR and HDR by allowing you to use a fine-tuned area dark slider. That helped a lot in one of the previous updates. And now the thing is, people are saying it's improved the flicker to the point where they don't even see it anymore. Some people are saying it's entirely fixed flicker. I'm not so sure. I'm kind of skeptical. And one reason why I am skeptical is if you click on the reference here, which is the patch notes for this particular firmware update. So scroll down, these are all the models that are compatible with this patch. So this is release history. So these are other firmware updates that we've had in the past. So if you haven't gotten any of these firmware updates in the past, you will get it with the 03.21.21. It's cumulative. But if you've been keeping up with your firmware updates like most people do, you scroll down to 03.21.21, and you'll see all it says is software update contains minor bug fixes. That's it. That's all it says. It says nothing about VRR. It says nothing about improved compatibility with RTX 3000 or 2000 cards. It says nothing about improved VRR performance or strobing or improving flicker or, black levels. Nothing. It just says that it improved minor, or it contains minor bug fixes for the software. What does that mean? Does that mean WebOS has been improved? Does that mean browsing certain apps has been improved? Does that mean just general CPU broad software improvements so that the TV interface is more responsive? Does that mean VRR and G-Sync software improvements? Nobody knows, because there's nothing really out there. If you do a Google search for 03.21.21, there's not much out there. There's a few YouTube videos about it, but by and large, there's not a whole lot of information from professional outlets like Forbes. Usually when there's a major OLED firmware update that purports to fix something, then John Archer from Forbes is all over it. He has a write-up about it, what it says it fixes, in his experience, has it fixed it, yada, yada, yada. I haven't found any of that stuff. So that kind of leaves users of these LG OLED panels to their own devices to try to figure out what exactly has this update done. So that's kind of the boat I stand in right now. So to test this, what I want to do is open up Steam. So Resident Evil 3 Raccoon City. So this is one game in particular when I really crank the graphics up and play with G-Sync, which is VRR. I noticed some pretty aggressive frame rate dips in certain areas, and in the past I had noticed that VRR flicker. It was pretty distracting at times when running around the city, especially when it's a dark environment like Resident Evil. You can see that strobing or that flickering in VRR. A lot of games, it's not perceptible, especially if it's a brighter game. But again, Resident Evil is dark. So let's open up Resident Evil. I already have it open here. All right, so in this area, like I was talking about, the city, frame rates really tank. And I have this game maxed out graphically. I have it in 4K. I have the resolution scaler at 1.7, so it is really maxed out. So we get some good frame rate dips here. We really engage that VRR. The frame rates are so bad, I'm all over the place with my shooting. Yeah, use that as an excuse. So running around here, look at these frame rates tank. Wow. So I'm seeing a little bit of flicker. Now the problem is it's probably not going to show up on my camera because it's very subtle at times. Let's see. So in this area I had some pretty bad flicker last time I played. I'm not seeing it as bad, to be honest. Like I said, I saw a little bit of flicker here when I first walked out into the city, but it's not too bad so far. Let's kill these guys and run around some more. He's dead. There you go. We're definitely getting the frame rate hitches. You can see I'm up at 44 frames, 48, and then I'll tank down into the 30s. So when the frame rate tanks from like 50-ish to around 30, I do see a little bit of flicker on the screen. But it's not a consistent and fast flicker like it used to be. So it does appear as though it may have been cleaned up a little bit. Again, this is just one game, but in my experience of all of the games I've played on my PC and all of the games on my Steam account, Resident Evil 3 was the one that had some of the worst flicker. And so I just saw a little bit there. when I ran out into this opening here, if you look at this kind of like this metal wall area over here, oh, there's a little bit of a hitch there. You can see it. Yeah, there it was. There's another one. I'm not sure if the camera's picking up on it, but in some of the shadow areas on the walls, when I turn the corner, I can see it. A little bit there. Again, it's not as consistent and kind of continuous as it was prior to this .21 update, but it is still there. So to say that it has been fixed outright or entirely is, I would say, premature, just based, again, on this one game alone. But to say that maybe to some degree it has been improved, that is possible. So it's interesting. Run around a little bit more. I definitely can see it, again, in this wall area behind Jill. Especially when I come out of this corridor. Coming back this way. Yeah. There's still some flickering, for sure. But it does look better. Let me know what you guys think. I'll have to check in post when I edit this video in DaVinci Resolve if my camera can even pick up on any of this. It's probably unlikely. I do have the ISO jacked up a little bit to try to make the screen a little bit brighter so that maybe the camera can pick up some of this flickering, but it's unlikely that it's going to be able to pick it up because, like I said, it's pretty subtle, and unless you're sitting right in front of the screen, you're probably not going to notice it. But certainly I think it does validate some people's claims that say that at the very least the .21 update has improved the VRR flicker situation. At least it would seem somewhat. It would be nice if I had more time to test multiple other games, but I haven't gotten around to it yet as I just installed this update like 2 hours ago. But to those people that claim that it is entirely fixed and that the TVs, the LG C10, B10, G10 line is entirely free of any flicker whatsoever, I would say that is probably inaccurate and probably a bit premature. But again, we'll stay on top of it and we'll try testing some other games hopefully soon in the future here. Alright guys, let me know what your experience has been with the .21 update if you already have it. Have you noticed an improvement in the VRR flicker situation? And have you not noticed an improvement? Let me know. I'm curious to know myself. And I'm also curious to know, now that I have the LG C1 as well, if this type of update is going to come out for the C1, where they maybe try to improve a little bit of the flickering on the C1, because it's also an issue on that line of televisions as well, unfortunately. Alright guys, leave a like, leave a comment, and we will see you guys later. Peace.